Hello, and welcome to this Soulcalibur 6 character creation challenge. I recently got a request for a how-to video of making a Okoye from Black Panther. So I'll be doing that for today's video. And I'm gonna do a few things. Because the request I got was specifically for the version that's up on my YouTube channel, I'm gonna try and recreate that. I'm actually going to recreate the version on my blog and Pinterest boards first, since I like the look of that. It would be Song Mina's fighting style. And then it's just a change of one piece of equipment to make the version that's on my YouTube fights. So I'm gonna cover both versions. Song Mina's fighting style makes the most sense to me since... what is it that she uses? A glaive? Yeah, that's about the closest to the fighting style of a spear. Although the only actual spear that she has available is this rather primitive looking thing, which isn't the version that we see Okoye use in the films. But Black Panther, like Wakanda culture in general, seems to combine ancient tribal stylings with futuristic technology. So it makes sense to go either way, actually. And then after that, because when I originally made Okoye it was just from memory, after having only seen Black Panther a couple times, and when I recently went back and actually looked at some still images of her from the films, her outfit is quite a bit different from the one that I made originally. So what I'm gonna do is, because the request was for a specific version, I will make that first. And then I'm gonna save that and do another version where I'm updating with some of the new equipment that's come out since the first time I made Okoye. And I'm gonna see if I can make a version that's more accurate to the films. I haven't paid much attention to her body type, but I think it's fairly average. I don't see anything that really needs altering except maybe a bit more muscle mass. And I've got a picture here. I think it was that face. Of course, she'll look much more like herself when I actually give her the correct skin tone. There's a big difference between those two. No hair color. I can do without that. Okay.
Okay, let's get this started.
That
Will
is
you
not
fight
her.
me?
So, you wanna fight?
Let's get this.
You look nice and tough.
Are you ready?
Yeah, that sounds better.
Are you ready?
Here, let
Let's do that.
You wish to fight me?
let here.
Are you ready?
I think that sounds best. I don't think I need to make any adjustments to tone. Equipment. Well, maybe I'll focus on trying to get her tattoo done first. I do remember that the tattoo was one of the more difficult things to try and figure out. I'll give that a look. Projection, rotation, I guess rotation. But the thing about trying to put a tattoo on the scalp is that there's this weird kind of black hole-ish effect. Because I can make it bigger. In fact, I can make it very, very big, and I can try moving it up, but it will just get absorbed into the crown. It won't actually go over to the back of her head. And moving it around has a similar effect. I can get around to the back of the head, but then I can't get it onto the other side. It will only do like 1/4 of a person's head if you're trying to put something near the crown. So I end up having to be a bit creative. I think I ended up just having this covering the front portion. Just covering her forehead. I think that's what I did last time. Oh, there we go. 0.629. And it's hard to see, but so is her tattoo in the film. Like, you can tell that there's a tattoo there, but it doesn't, like, it's not loud. It's very subtle. Okay, equipment I think I have a pretty good handle on. For the version on my blog and my Pinterest boards, I used Partial Shadow Vest. That's Talkie's default outfit. It's particularly form-fitting, but I've got a solution to that. By adding patterns, I can hide the nipple bumps that occur and make it a bit more appropriate looking. And the scales will look pretty small. That's probably about it. That's as small as it'll go. And that looks about the same. The color might just be a bit darker. Yeah. This piece of equipment comes with these armbands too, which I like the look of in combination with the Roman armlets. So other pieces of equipment include this slit skirt. And did I have a sash on top of that? Yeah. The Roman armlets. And no socks. But I think I also used the partial shadow leg guards. Yeah. That looks pretty good. I just need to change up the colors. Now, I gotta remember the color palette here. 10-63-9. Because I need this to line up. And it's animal number 8 in pattern category 3. So I forgot already. 1063 9. Oh, 63 is easy to remember, that's just the bottom. Actually, it looks a bit brighter, but changing the size of the scales might change that. And still looks a bit brighter, but it seems to match the top there, so that's probably just shading. And it looks like the slit skirt has a separate color scheme for the inside, so I better change that as well. Although that might make sense to just be the same color without actually using the scale pattern. But that's fine. And when I need gold, what I tend to go with is just the number 9. Just make like everything 9. Or around about that area. That's a bit too yellow for me. 8. Muted. More muted, I think. Yeah. That looks about right. If I just remember triple 9s, that generally gets me to a base shade of gold, and then I can make adjustments to it from there. Adjusting the saturation, that's the third thing, can make it look more used and rusted over time. So that's 885. I'll probably use that same color on the leg guards. How does that look? Yeah, I like that. Okay. Colors. Oh, that reminds me. Speaking of colors. Weapon style. I'll change this to evil just because it gives the purple color energy. And purple is the color that I associate with vibranium. Just because of the way that I've seen vibranium used in different mediums. I could be wrong about that. Let me know if I am. Because I know purple is the energy color for Black Panther, but I don't think that's vibranium in general. But it is the only color I can think of. Staff color. Oh, looks like I have her using red there. Oops. Not that one. Okay. Okay, I'm not immediately seeing anything else to change. I'm gonna put her in the same pose that I've got her in the photo that I'm using. Viewing screen. That's the one. Okay, so I think darken the spearhead a bit. So it looks like stone. Or iron. Not that I have the color of vibranium memorized. Yeah, there we go. So that is pretty much the version that I've got on my blog and Pinterest boards. Which I do like the look of, even though now I realize that it's quite a bit off from the films. But now I'll make the YouTube version. And as I said, that is just a change of one piece of equipment. Although, it does make her barefoot, so I may put some... Oh, actually no, I don't think I can put sandals on her. Oh well. I shall have to go barefoot for now. I think unfortunately sandals and leg armor occupy the same equipment slot. So they either come as a single set or they go individually. Hold up. I realized something. In the YouTube version, she's got shoulder pads on. I don't know why she doesn't in the photos that I have on my blog and Pinterest, but she does on YouTube. So I'll add those, and that's partial shadow pauldrons that she's wearing. And I assume it's the same shade of gold as what I use for the Roman armlet, so I'll try that out. Oh, there's 3 pieces. Okay. That shouldn't be too complicated. It's hard to tell how that all looks together with just one piece. How's that? Yeah, that's good. There we go. So that is the finished version of Okoye, as I use in the YouTube videos that I've published so far. So what I'm gonna do now is have a look at one of the still images from the Black Panther movie and have a look at what other equipment I can use and see if I can make a version of Okoye that is more true to the film version. Yeah, one thing that I did remember from the film was the necklace that she's got with all the rings, but unfortunately there isn't a piece of equipment like that in Soulcalibur, or even a way to simulate it that I could think of, so ended up just leaving her neck bare. It looks like she is wearing something similar to the skirt that I'd given her, but the skirt is the wrong color. And in fact, the default color is more accurate. So I'll make that adjustment first. Remove pattern, there we go. I guess I can make these darker. There we go. 264. Let's try and remember that. Now, one very specific and obvious difference that I see is her pants should be black. Although, giving her pants right now would remove the skirt. Unless I can find a combination of pants with a skirt, which I don't see at the moment. So maybe what I should do then is look for an undergarment that either comes with a skirt or even an overgarment that comes with a skirt, or something that will at least give me a division between the shirt color and the pants. In fact, I might actually have a fairly simple way of doing this by just adding paint. If I add paint to just the upper half, it might suffice. Rotation. Can I get this large enough to go all the way around? Just about. Okay, now move up. Actually, probably just as high as the bottom of the skirt would suffice. Yeah, so now I can make that one color. And the color she's got is actually quite subdued. Let's try that. And then go back here and remove pattern. And make the default color black. There we go. Yeah, now that looks like two separate pieces. Let's see if I can adjust the color of this a bit more. The color that I'm seeing in the image is a bit more orange, but I can't get that exact combination, unfortunately. Because it's a skin-tight piece of equipment, they're very careful to not have on the color palette anything remotely close to a skin tone. I think more muted is probably what I need. And orange, although not a skin tone for most, is on the same, like, dimension as some common skin tones if you make it lighter. I think I'll leave that at that for now. I'll change the color of the staff as well. Staff section, make that more black. She does have a bit of gold mixed in, but in the form of what looks like more metal, as opposed to anything I could do here, which is probably just to make the wraps gold. In fact, I'll give that a try just to see how it looks. Not bad. I'll see how that looks in combination with the rest of her outfit when it's finished. Where am I? Okay. Does this look better all black? It looks closer to the image, but maybe just a little bit brighter. There we go. There isn't a more modern spear that I can give her, unfortunately. Unless I switch her to Kilik's fighting style, but then he doesn't fight as if he's using a spear. As opposed to Sangamina, who at least fights as if she's using a glaive. I will have a look through the list of outfits and see if there is anything that comes with the right kind of combination. There is a lot of options, and her costume has a lot of different pieces. It's got a different color for the pants. It's got one color for the pants, one color for most of the top with some straps on it, and then she's got a different shade of red for her arms, which also have some gold armor on them. And then she's got a kind of skirt that mostly just covers the back, but also has a little bit at the front with some strings. So I don't think I'll get all of that, but I'm interested in seeing what I can get. That is the point of a creation challenge, is to see how close can I get. Oh, that's too formal. In the torso middle layer section, there's often some pretty good skirt combinations. So I'm realizing that right now her arms are still uncovered. So I'm gonna need to switch from the sleeveless unitard to something else. I don't really like that rubber unitard though, because it's gonna leave her hands covered. Unless I combine it with a specific piece of armor that removes the covering. I might be able to do that. But so that I'm not putting myself in a situation where I can't go back far enough to fix things, I will make the adjustments to her arms first. And then see which ones will work the way that I want them to in combination with the full bodysuit. I know that the Tiger Lily gauntlets will, but I gotta see what else. And also I think the Tiger Lily gauntlets will cover her hands more than I want. Okay, let's see how that looks. Oh, that apparently doesn't work. Well, I would try zebra gloves, but I know that they come with those arm pieces that I don't think will go with her outfit. Yeah, it looks like I'll have to stick with the Tiger Lily gauntlets to get the right kind of combination. Just taking a closer look at her arms. I don't know if I'll be able to get all of the different colors to work on just one piece of equipment alone. Maybe if I can find some super long boots. I don't see anything that's quite long enough. But I will switch these to the engineer's long boots anyways, because that looks closer to what she's wearing. Okay, now I'm gonna see what I can do with the colors here. This may take quite a bit of doing. I'll try rotation first. Yeah, move up. Let's see what we can do here. Yeah. To about the top of the skirt. Size. Okay. Let's try that again with the back. See if it'll go all the way around. Oh, it looks like that strip is on her back regardless. Okay. And now, let's see if we can cover those arms. Actually, where am I? Oh, they might have to be reversed. Dang, okay. Let's try that. And put that on the other side. And then switch these to red. So can I move these two arms? Yes. And move this to right arm. Would that be axis? It does not appear to be moving around much. Maybe just size. Wait a minute. It's changing the size for both. That is weird. Why even specify left or right arm if that's going to be the case? Alright, anyways, let's change this to the correct color, because that's getting distracting. $1163.4. and needs moving up. So as long as the neck is covered, that's probably all I need. It's leaving the shoulders bare for some reason. But I might be able to cover that up with armor anyways. Okay, can the arms go any more towards the center? Looks like it. Okay. What's that cutoff point then? Oh, there isn't necessarily a cutoff, they just sort of start to blend. Alright. I don't mind that, actually. But let us... make it redder. And maybe not quite as dark. There we go. Misha doesn't really need that sash. I'll see if there's something better I can give her for it. For the belt slot. But I'd like to give her more gold if I can. I'll change that to red, yeah. And get line up more with the rest of our arm. And bits, I think, just need to be more black. There we go. Okay, let's see what else I can do up here. Because our outfit does have straps going across, or at least what looks like that from a distance. Oh, what about this? At least looks more ornate. Shoulder pads, I do want to add something here. Not necessarily sure what. Let's look at this. The armor she's got on her shoulders in the picture actually looks a bit like just half of a fairly standard pauldron. That might be as close as I'm gonna get, actually. Now let's have a look at colors again. I think largely black. Yeah. Change this to just more a bronze color. There we go. Wow, that pretty much matches perfectly with the other default color. add a bit more color saturation just to make it a bit better with the arms, but I think that is pretty much the color I want. The color for chest piece is bothering me. It might be well enough to just use a darker red. Because I think what's bothering me is quite simply that it's pink. And that just doesn't seem like something she would wear. How's that look? No, I'm not really liking that either. I might have to look for another top entirely. That at least has more of an armor look to it. Let's see what I can do with the colors for that. Oh, I can actually do the orangish color scheme for this. That would be handy. Light bronze for that? Ish. I'm trying to get orange there is looking weird. Let me just take this back to default. There we go, that looks better. So now I think I'll see if I can make the midsection of her shirt a bit darker. We just have to try it like this and see how it looks in combat. Okay, so that is my attempt at a more film accurate Okoye. I guess what I'll do next is have a fight between the two versions and see how they look side by side. And then that will probably be the end for this video. So, thank you for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and if you'd like to see more videos like this one. See you later.
The winds fan the flames of the warriors' fighting spirits.
Are you ready? Ready to fight?
Fight!
Hey! Yeah! This is it.
Claim victory and bask in the glory.
You were a good opponent.